Okay, so I've decided to do a run and gun audio commentary on the Skyler Minicam. I just received it, and this is basically my first test shots after setting it up. At the moment it's set up on my D800 with a 2470mm lens set to 24mm. Just doing a little quick jog there. One thing that I notice is if you want it set and balanced at 24mm, you cannot adjust it at all. The balance will go out. The thing with this Skyler Minicam, although you do get really incredibly smooth looking visuals, it is extremely sensitive. Just the slightest adjustment will send it the balance completely off. It's probably one of my only problems I've had. It takes quite a while to set up. You'll watch here now. Dong, you see that bouncy movement? My thumb ever so slightly just touched the vertical shaft where the weights are on, and then you have this little sort of motion, bobbing and weaving effect going on. So you have to be very careful, as the handle is very close to that horizontal shaft. Just a little bump and your whole shot is ruined, unless you want to go for sort of this dream-like effect where you have this bobbing and weaving going on. So I'm just testing it out here in the backyard, and this is a very extreme camera movement, and I am actually going to bump the leaf in a second, and there the camera goes off kilter again. You can get quite decent crane effect without getting a crane. I've actually ordered an arm brace. This setup is very heavy. My wrist was already feeling like it was about to fall off. What I did here was just flip the camera upside down and then flip the footage. I'll still need to experiment with this. But yeah, you can get really low shots. I just played around quickly, and then the camera wanted to autocorrect itself. And the Skyler walking up the stairs. That's just what I was about to say. Okay, so I did a little test. This is on the Skyler, and just me walking up the stairs. Again, 2470mm lens on the D800. Okay, handheld walking up the stairs. What? That's exactly what I wanted to say. So, okay, I have the camera handheld, but the handheld on the Skyler, so it was a bit awkward. But this is basically a handheld going up these stairs. Same lens and camera configuration. This is just a little dolly shot effect of my workstation. And now we're going over into a nighttime shot. Yes, it is nighttime. I don't know whether, I think the outside lamppost is set to some strange frequency, because I just could not get it to not flicker, and I couldn't be bothered to really play around. This is on a 35mm lens, and this is inside my garage, also on a 35mm lens. You see there that little, yeah, I struggle to get the 35mm lens completely balanced. Again, it took a long time to get the balance right, and it's very sensitive. Just a small little bump, if your thumb just touches it, it'll go off. So you got to be careful with that. Okay, this shot is actually done with my previous Steadicam type rig. This is a Steady Tracker. If you guys know, it's Steady Tracker, available on steadytracker.com, and it's got a different kind of a feel. This is on the 35mm lens on the D800. This compared to this is on the Skyler. See a little bit of a bob and weave going on there. You sort of have to wait for it to get into balance, and then the resulting footage is really very smooth. I walked at exactly the same pace, but somehow it feels slower. This is a bit more tricky shot to pull off. This is on a 50mm lens, set to f1.6, and I'm just doing a steady track around that plant there. And this was outside, and you'll hear now cue wind, and the whole rig goes off balance. So that was quite a strong crosswind that blew through there, and the whole rig just went unbalanced. Okay, same setup, 50mm lens, 1.4, just doing a dolly type movement. I'm being shielded by these lovely round bushes from the wind, just tracking around and doing a dollying right in between these two plants. That is an alvine, local South African plant, known for its medicinal purposes. Yeah, so still playing around, still first day with the Skyler Minicam. Yeah, as I said, my one thing is it's very fine adjustments, just a slight touch and it can be off balance, and it just takes very long to set up. But other than that, it's very smooth, very steady. Maybe a different handle setup, maybe something further away from the vertical shaft would have been better. But I am waiting for my brace, and then I will play again. Thanks for listening. Cheers, guys.